You know, it amazes me that in just a few verses of the Bible, such a momentous and incredible event could have taken place. This God who created the hugest galaxies and stars and planets at that time in history exchanged his throne in heaven for a manger on earth. The King of all kings left heaven that night to sleep in a drafty barn. I can imagine a family that lived next door to that stable. They would have probably had a house full because they'd have all come together to be registered in the census. And in the middle of their night, as they sleep in their house next door to the stable, they hear a baby crying from the animal shed next door. But they just turn over and go back to sleep again. When God himself came to live next door to them, they were sleeping, completely unaware of the significance of that night. You know, 30 years later, this baby is now a fully grown man, but he's been sentenced to death outside Jerusalem. God himself is now dying on a cross, killed by the very people he came to save. Now, of course, they didn't realise that they were crucifying God, and so while the city slept that night, this baby Jesus, now fully grown up, was paying the price for all the wrong things that we've ever done. The tragedy is that those for whom he came to die for missed what he was doing for them. And so for the second time in Jesus' life, the city had no room for its king. And so Christmas is an invitation to do life with God, who came to earth that night. Don't miss out what God did for you on the cross that day. Christmas is an invitation to allow Christ to be number one in our lives. So wherever you are this Christmas, whatever you're doing, don't miss God. He stands and waits, longing for a relationship with the people he came to save. And that's what Christmas is all about. That's why God exchanged his throne for a manger.